Robert O'Connor. Today is June 15th, 2020, and this day is special for me because I am retiring after about 17 years in the Marine Corps, and I think it's less than 10% actually get to make it to this point, and it's not what you work for because you do it for your brothers, but it is a goal and a milestone that we all strive for. So it's fun out here. I'm going to mention this in my ceremony, but I really joined just for the challenge. My dad was a Marine, so I wanted to do it myself. I wanted to challenge myself physically and mentally, and then use that as a catalyst to further my career in the future. Situations happened where I got recalled. And then at that point, when I came back in, it was I found out I wasn't really serving for the challenge. Well, just for the sake of doing it. It was actually there's a pride of service back to my country that really kind of stuck to me. I never really thought of it that way when I was 19, but as I was 20 years old, 20, 24, 25, and then just looking at my brothers and sisters on the left and right of me. It's just something that becomes a way of life. You want to take care of them, you want to help them, and you want to give back, because I'm very blessed in a lot of ways. So service to country and service to others. I was actually, my first job doing this, because I did a lateral move, I was in this building. I was actually in the office across the hall, but jumping in this office, it was a busy year. It was a busy 2 years. It was a challenging 2 years, this last tour here. So it's, it is kind of emotional because I look at it, it's not mine anymore. This was my home away from home. And as far as putting this uniform on, I was the king of being the last one to put my uniform on, trying to stay in PT gear as much as I could, some sweats, being comfortable. And, I got called out a couple times for it, but, I put this uniform on every day for 17 years, and it's actually kind of sad. I wanted to cry, but I'm not gonna cry. But it's kind of heartbreaking, but it's fun. I'm excited for the future, but it's pretty sad. What we're about to do now it's the culminating event of a long career. You get out there with your brothers and sisters. There's a ceremony. You get your certificate, your retirement certificate. Your commanding officer, he'll get up there, he'll give a speech, talk about you, what good things you've done and what you've brought forth to the unit. And then it's your time to shine. You get to kind of thank others and speak your mind. And for me, it's not really about me. This is a time for me to thank everybody that helped me get to this point. So now I get to go up there, thank my family, thank my friends, thank my brothers and sisters in arms, and just really show them the appreciation, because you don't get to the top without a little bit of help. And there's a lot of help along the way. I like to think I've helped other people, but this is the culminating event, and it's awesome, man. I'm really excited. It's gonna be good. Yeah, there we go. Can't forget that. Another Eagle Love and Anchor. It's always everywhere. That sense of pride. Dragonfly in the car. Nice. I don't know if that's an omen. Let's hope it's a good thing. This is it, man. Just a little bit of nerves, bro. This is chance to thank everybody and hopefully impart some wisdom from years of experience, and hopefully that can help somebody else. That's all you can do.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the commanding officer of 1st Battalion, 25th Marines, welcome to today's ceremony where Staff Sergeant Robert K. O'Connor will retire after 16 years of honorable and faithful service to the United States Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation offered by Pastor Joseph Garrett and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
First, let me start by saying what an absolute honor it is to get to be a part of this celebration, Bobby. I thank you for giving me this privilege. In the past couple years that I've known you, I've got to see you be an answered prayer to your now wife, Isis. I've gotten to see the way you love on your family. I've gotten to see just the way you've blessed the local church with your gift of leadership. I've been able to see you step into God's plan and purpose for your life. And for me, it's just been such an incredible privilege to watch. And it helped me pick the verses that I wanted to share. I just want to share a couple quick verses that Paul shared with the church of Corinth. This is 1 Corinthians 9, 24 through 27. Don't you realize that in a race everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win. All athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away, but we do it for an eternal prize. So I run with purpose in every step. I am not just shadow boxing. I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should. Otherwise, I fear that after preaching to others, I myself might be disqualified. When I thought about what to share for this event, I thought about the man at the center of it. And I thought about who you are as a person. I thought about what your actions speak about who you are at the core. And I've seen the way that for you, honor isn't lip service. It's who you are. It's how you live your life. I've seen the courage and the steadfastness that you have shown when life has thrown you curveballs. I see the way that your yes means yes and your no means no. You make a decision, you commit, and you go. That is the character of a man who's worth his weight in gold. That is the character that describes a Marine. That is a character of a man that can be celebrated. That is a character that makes you what is going to be so enjoyable to watch in this next season of life as you tackle what God has for you next. So what I see when I look at you is a man who's making an impact and living to leave a legacy. Congratulations on your retirement. Job well done. Let's pray. Father, I come before you first and foremost thankful for who you are. Thank you for your sacrifice on the cross. Thank you for your love for us, for your meeting us where we're at and refusing to leave us there. It is so great to come before you in times of celebration, to give you glory for the work you are doing in Bobby right now. I am so thankful and grateful for men such as Bobby who have spent many, many years of their lives defending this great nation. I am so grateful for the sacrifice of their families as they defend this nation. It is just such a privilege to be surrounded by such amazing men. Father, I pray that as Bobby steps into this next season of life, that you will give him a plan and a purpose that is so large that he knows that he cannot fulfill it without you stepping in and working through him, Father. I am so encouraged and excited to see what Bobby does in this next chapter. I pray you will protect and watch over him, protect and watch over his family. I pray for our military that you will protect and watch over this great nation. Jesus, we love you. We give you all the glory for what you are doing right now in this moment. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Now, taking his position is the retiring officer of today's ceremony, Lieutenant Colonel James D. Fleming.
Ready to be retired and awarded. Center. March.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of the Certificate of Retirement. United States Marine Corps Certificate of Retirement. Staff Sergeant Robert K. O'Connor was transferred this date from the United States Marine Corps to the Fleet Marine Corps Reserves after 16 years of honorable and faithful service. 1 October 2020. David H. Berger, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Certificate of Appreciation for service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Staff Sergeant Robert K. O'Connor, USMCR. I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of our grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history the devotion to duty, and the spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of the military service. I trust that in the coming years, you will maintain an active interest in the armed forces and the purpose for which you served. Those who follow in your footsteps will draw inspiration from your commitment, dedication, and sacrifices made to ensure the protection of our American freedoms. My best wishes to you for happiness and success in the future. Commander-in-Chief. Dear Staff Sergeant O'Connor, the Marine Corps has your occupation and family for many years in past, and I am certain the memories, interests, and future of the Corps will remain with you forever. Many desire to obtain your accomplished goals, but few can compare to you. You clearly demonstrated the exceptional leadership, qualities, and professionalism contributions we seek of our senior Marines. We are proud, as you must be, of your successful career. As a teacher to young Marines, a source of wise counsel, and as an example of those solidary virtues we admire, you made a mark on the Marine Corps that will remain long after you have left our active ranks. There are many young Marines who you have influenced and will carry on the same fine tradition and has always characterized the United States Marine Corps. You have my best wishes for good health and continued success in the years ahead. Semper Fidelis, David H. Berger, General, United States Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps. The Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. Dear Staff Sergeant O'Connor, on the occasion of your retirement, I would like to extend my congratulations and heartfelt thanks for your many years of dedicated service and selflessness, devotion to your country and Corps. You have made tremendous contributions and sacrifices throughout your Marine Corps career. As you prepare to enter this new chapter of your life, you can look back with immense pride and satisfaction on all you've accomplished. You have set an example of professionalism and leave a standard of excellence for all Marines who will carry on the legacy of our Corps. My wife, Stacy, joins me in wishing you continued success in the future. Semper Fidelis, Troy E. Black, 19th Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. Department of the Navy, this is to certify the Secretary of the Navy has awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, Gold Star in lieu of second award to Staff Sergeant Robert K. O'Connor, United States Marine Corps Reserve, for meritorious service while serving as career planner, 1st Battalion, 25th Marine Regiment, 4th Marine Division from November 2017 to May 2020. During this period, Staff Sergeant O'Connor consistently performed his duties in an exemplary and highly professional manner. He exceeded the battalion's reserve retention mission by 200%. His expertise in retention, professionalism, professional development, and promotion affected 78 re-enlistments, 33 extensions, and 20 special duty assignment requests. He was also responsible for training 3 other site career planners in the performance of their duties, facilitating a review of over 900 record jackets and conducting hundreds of interviews. His example in the application of retention program and techniques was instrumental in the battalion's staffing, having a direct impact on the unit's ability to mobilize and ultimately deploy. His superior performance, as typified above, highlighted the accumulation of 16 years of honorable and dedicated Marine Corps service. Staff Sergeant O'Connor's initiative, perseverance, and total dedication to duty reflected credit upon him and were in keeping with the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and United States Naval Service. Signed, Justin S. Dunn, Colonel, United States Marine Corps, commanding 25th Marine Regiment, given this 17th day of May, 2020. Now being escorted by her husband's side is Mrs. Isis O'Connor. United States Marine Corps Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Isis O'Connor for her outstanding commitments as a mother, spouse, friend, and partner. Due to her unselfishness, faithfulness, and devotion to her family, she has made the success of her family promising and has provided unwavering support to her husband. Without her steadfast dedication and loyalty, the successful operation of this family would be hindered for she has served as it is a backbone and continues to do so every day. This award is to express gratitude which she deserves and is inexcusable, inexhaustible love, and is engraved by the hearts of ones in which she's affected the most. Given this 15th day of June 2020, James D. Fleming, Lieutenant Colonel, United States Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel James D. Fleming.
Family and friends, welcome. I'm glad that we could be in attendance for Staff Sergeant O'Connor's retirement. ESIS and Genesis. As a married guy with 3 little children, I know exactly who the center of gravity is that allows us to serve. And I am fully aware of the cost of long hours, TAD trips, time away from the house. So thank you for your commitment to Staff Sergeant O'Connor. And now we're at a transition point where we're going to give him back to you, right? But we'll talk more about him here in a second. Mr. and Mrs. Tilton, thank you so much. Glad that you could make it here today, and it was nice chatting with you a little bit. This is a special time. Like I said, it's it's a transition, and just to recap a few things about Staff Sergeant O'Connor. Communications Marine, originally came in to the Marine Corps right after 9/11. I think 9 October, right? Do I have it right? And
9/11 happened during boot camp.
oh, okay, yeah, there you go. So, immediately on the heels of that, we kind of knew, the Marine Corps knew what we would be involved in, for the years to come. And he continued to serve. In ground combat, ground combat units, specifically Fort Devens, 1st Battalion, 25th Marines, twice. Artillery, 514, Seal Beach, California, 29 Palms, California, Okinawa, Japan. This guy didn't let grass grow under his feet, and always, really had a record of stellar performance. As we look over the past couple of years, as a career retention specialist, he's always thinking about, keeping the best and the brightest in re-enlisting and in the formation. And, he always made his mission like within sometimes the first quarter, like the first month of the new fiscal year opening up, second, maybe like within 6 months. And that's because he's such a pro, he's such a pro. And I know there are other career retention specialists across Marine Forces Reserve. There's 74 of them for context, and you're looking at like one of the top 10% career retention specialists. So I know with that kind of work ethic and that kind of commitment to the mission, as we find ourselves at this transition point, I'm not worried. I'm not worried for you. I feel very confident that something's going to come your way, and it's going to be fine. I love the fact it says on your mask, faith over fear. Like, so great, because I know just living that, he is a man of God. His spiritual fitness, he emits a signal that really that draws people to him. He's a team builder, but he's emitting a signal as a child of God. And man, I like when we first met, Staff Sergeant, it wasn't long. It wasn't long we were talking about God, and I know because of your relationship with God, I know that this transition, you're going to wind up right where you're supposed to be, and man, I'm excited for you. I'm very excited for you. Joe, you were a hard act to follow, but I'll tell you, it sure was good. It was good to hear your message, and I'm glad that I could, I could be here today and hear that. I guess I just want to say on behalf of 125, 25th Marines, 4th Marine Division, congratulations. This is really punctuating 20 years, not 16, but, because once you get branded a Marine, that's sort of, it's like ingrained in your identity, right? But punctuating a 20-year career, I know this transition is going to be great. Hey, this formation is grateful. I know I speak for the formation by saying that we're grateful, and I know you're going to do great things, and you're going to land right where you're supposed to be. So with that, I'll be quiet. Staff Sergeant, congratulations, and just wish you the best, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Staff Sergeant Robert K. O'Connor.
Wow, this is kind of nerve-wracking. So it's a big day. I'm going to sit here and go off my laptop because I don't want to miss any words or anything. So please just bear with me for a little bit, and then I'll get comfortable and I'll do my thing. Really glad I didn't pass out, sir, when we're doing the awards. It's really awkward standing and staring at somebody's eyes for like 5 minutes, but you made it special, so I appreciate that. Thank you. Greetings. First and foremost, I just want to give all praise and thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, with who all things, through all things are possible. Without his blessing and care, I would not be here today, so thank you, Father, for your guidance, strength, and endurance to face all the challenges the Marine Corps has set in front of me, and blessing me with the ability to serve with compassion and joy. I get choked up. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. Next, I want to thank you, sir, Lieutenant Colonel Fleming. Your support this past 2 years that I've been here, that we've, year and a half or whatnot, we've been able to serve together. I've worked with a lot of commanders, and your ability to pull up a chair and get kneecap to kneecap and genuinely listen, I hope to emulate that one day. I mean, once we met, I think you said pull up a chair, and you don't get that with a lot of commanders. You get some good ones, they listen, but the fact that you give that time with compassion, with care for the Marines, I'm truly grateful, so thank you. Sergeant Major Baez, I know you're here somewhere. Thank you for helping put this all together. In the short time I've been able to sit and speak with you, I want to admit I'm a little jealous of the Marines here who get to serve with you. You're as good of a Sergeant Major as they've talked about when you checked in. So it's been an honor for this short time. I want to give a couple thanks to some of my mentors that aren't here. Sergeant Major Thomas just left here. Most of the Marines know who he is. He was our first sergeant. Now he's a Sergeant Major. I just want to say, Sergeant Major Thomas, please know that you have set the bar and standard for leadership, integrity, and professionalism in my eyes. It's not often one gets to thank a mentor, family, and a family friend. Honestly, I can't thank you enough for all you've done for me. It's been an absolute honor to serve alongside you, and if there's anything that you need and it's in my power to give, it's yours. Sergeant Major Gearhart. That's a hard dude to read right there. When I checked in, I tried talking to Sergeant Major Gerhardt. I was like, is this guy a jerk or is he really cool? And he was absolutely amazing. Tough crack to chip away at first, but I know you're not here. I hope you see this. I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you. You're an amazing man and an amazing leader. You really care for the troops, and I know if I had you as my sergeant major a few years ago, I wouldn't be here today. I'd be retiring as a master sergeant or a master gunnery sergeant 3 years from now. That's the kind of leader that you are. So just want to say thank you for everything that you taught me. And then lastly, I want to thank Sergeant Major Henson. Shane, you're the most humble, caring Marine I've ever had the pleasure of serving with. Thank you for teaching me how to lead people. To my friends and family, I want to thank you for coming. Please know that you've all had a positive impact on me. This is a very special day for me, and I couldn't imagine spending it with anybody else, so thank you for being here. I'd love to call you all by name and tell you a story of something we did together, but I've been one of the Marines sitting here or standing there, and I know they don't like it as much as they're doing a great job, so I'm not gonna go into everybody. Speaking of which, Marines, I know there's a million other things that you'd rather be doing right now. Thank you for being here. I won't be too long. And in the words of one of the most famous NASCAR drivers ever, Carl Naughton Jr., if you try and take this mic away from me, I'll suck you straight in the face. Talladega Nights. I want to give a special thanks real quick to Gunnery Sergeant Bednar, Gunnery Sergeant Cave, and Staff Sergeant O, and all my brothers. But thank you for leaning in and putting this together for my family. This isn't really for me. It's been my pleasure to serve with you, but thank you for doing this for my family. I greatly appreciate it. It looks amazing. And now a few personal thank yous. Pastor Joe, thank you for a wonderful prayer. I knew it was going to be dope because I put it down on beforehand. You're more than a pastor, you're a friend. I've learned so much from you about leadership. I appreciate you always being available to answer my questions and keeping me on the right path. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you for bringing the girls. I forgot your stickers, girls. I'll make it up to you. I'm sorry, I was busy. To my mother, Patty, when I was stationed outside the country or out of state, you were always there to speak to, whether it was on the phone, sometimes for hours. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being my mother. And thank you for being my home away from home. I love you. To my dad, thank you for being the man. This is really embarrassing. Thank you for being the man I've always tried to emulate. Truly, if it weren't for you, I would not be here today, and I literally mean that because I almost joined the Army. To give a story real quick. So when I was in high school, I took the ASVAB just to get out of a math class, and I was actually sitting. That doesn't matter. Anyways, the Air Force kept calling me, the Army kept calling me, the Navy kept calling me, and the Army, this dude was just chopping at the bit. His name is Sergeant Hector. I'll never forget. And my dad was a Marine, which is why I wanted to be a Marine, and he's like, join the Air Force. Right? So, not me though, I want to be a Marine, but this Army guy keeps calling me and the Marines won't call me. So I'm like, screw the Marines. They don't want to call me. I don't want to join their branch anyways. So this Army guy convinces me, I'm like, yeah, I want to go infantry. I want to do this. And says, yeah, come down to the MEPS building. And we're just going to have you take a test. And I go down there and we did a mock swearing. And I came back and my dad's like, hey, how did it go at MEPS? And I was like, oh yeah, I swore in. It wasn't 3 minutes before my dad had his shoes on. We were in the car, and he tried fighting Sergeant Hector inside the recruiting office. And that's not a lie. My son ain't signing nothing. Like they had to grab my dad. I love you. Yeah, that was awesome. And then to show my dad support, when I actually went to boot camp for all my enlisted Marines, you get on those yellow footprints. I'm sure it's a little different for officers, but you get this phone and there's this little card that says you have to read, hey, I am here, I am alive, blah, blah, blah. So I'm sitting in this line and people on the phone, they're already crying, right? They're calling their parents, they're crying. And they're not saying the speech, and the drill instructors are ripping the phones out of their hand, hanging it up, and I get up to the phone, and my dad answered. He was up, waited up all night, and I said, "Hey, Dad, I'm here," and he's like, "Good luck," click, and just hung up on me. That's honest to God, and he knew it was coming, just wasted no time. Dad, you've always been here for me. Whenever I needed anything, you've always been there. When I lost my promotion and I needed guidance, you were there. When I was at my lowest and I needed a push to pick myself back up, if there was ever a decision I was struggling with, you were the man I would run to. There's no other man or woman whose guidance I trusted more. Know that I am here today as a way to try and make you proud. And let me take the time to tell you that I'm proud of you and I love you. Genesis, my daughter, it's been an absolute pleasure being able to call you my daughter. You're growing up to be such an amazing woman. You got such a caring heart, soul. Thank you for allowing me to be in your life. I love you. To my daughter, Eliana, who's not here today. Like my dad before me, everything I do is for you. You've had to bear the toughest burden in my career. She absolutely has. It's not been easy, moving constantly, switching schools, leaving family, my absence for months at a time. I can go on, but just know that your smile is infectious. You're the only person I know who can calm me down when the Hulk is getting ready to explode out of me. You have the ability to make me smile no matter what's going on. You're my greatest gift from God. You're my angel Irish princess. I love you with all my heart. And lastly, my beautiful wife, Isis. It's only fitting that a die-hard Marine would fall head over heels in love with a woman whose name is also pronounced or spelled ISIS. So, funny story, I brought ISIS to... oh, God. Sorry. I brought Isis to work to show her off one day. I'm not going to lie, she's smoking hot. And I brought her here to show her off. And before she left, I had this little board and she wrote on it. And she wrote, "Bobby loves Isis." And Sergeant Major Gerhardt, boy, did he get angry. It wasn't until I told him, her name that he kind of forgiven. And I accidentally called her ISIS on our first date. And she corrected me very sternly. And I'm not exaggerating when I say I avoided calling her by her name till our 5th or 6th date. It was always babe. I did not know love until I met you. This past year has been very challenging in my life, and you've been my rock. I know that I couldn't have handled it without your support. You're beautiful, smart, compassionate. You bring the best in me. When I'm stubborn and even I don't want to hear it, you correct me. And your faith is incredible. I know that you are my blessing from God. You are my gift, and I don't know why. I don't deserve you, but yeah, you're my blessing. So I'm grateful for that. I don't know why I deserve you, but God's blessed me, and I'm grateful. I love you, and I plan on showing you that every day for the rest of my life. All right, Marines, the rest is short. I feel like Tom Brady 10 years from now when he's going to retire. I could not be more thankful for the experiences in the Marine Corps. These past 17 years have been the best and toughest of my life. I literally have broken bones, scars, the whole blood, sweat, and tears thing. Whenever I do interviews to new Marines when they're coming into the Marine Corps, I always ask them every single time, why do you want to be a Marine? Why are you joining the Marine Corps? There is no wrong answer to that. I just like to hear it from the individuals. But if you ask the 18, 19-year-old me, my answer would have been, I want to get punched in the face like my dad, and I want to run obstacle courses. That's what motivated me. I don't know, I'm a sicko, I guess. I've had an interesting career. Thank you, sir. You captured most of it. I joined the Marine Corps in 0311. On my boot leave, a sergeant major called me. I was at parade rest on the phone. Patty handed me the phone. It was really awkward. Did a lat move right there on the phone. Came in 0613. Went on to this MOS, which I'm very grateful. And as I look back from the first Marine I was when I joined the Marine Corps to each of my future units, I can't help but notice how I've grown. I was an idiot when I first started, I'm not gonna lie. And every unit, I just seem to get better and better and better. And I just hope that I've left a positive impact on those Marines as well. I leave here today with no regrets. I truly put my heart and soul into this. Everything I did, I gave my best. Every PT run, every training exercise, no matter what it was, I put my best in as much as I could give. I don't have any regrets. So as I wrap this up, I just want to impart some wisdom on some of the Marines in here, some of the things that I learned, and hopefully this will hit you. My favorite saying in the Marine Corps is that stuck with me over the years is you grow where you're planted. We don't get to pick our duties, no matter where you are. Adapt and grow, no matter the situation. Do your best, stand out, and grow where you're planted. We all love the Marine Corps, but remember, our most important asset is the people. Take care of your Marines. Take care of yourself. Be a leader. To be a leader, you need followers. And you don't get that if you don't take care of your people. Build them up, because that's what good leaders do. Embrace the suck. Remember, the grass is never greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. When I got an NJP and got stripped of my promotion, I had all the reason in the world to drop my pack, but instead I buckled down, pushed myself harder than I ever have, and I was the #1 career planner multiple times. It's because of this that I'm blessed to be here today. Had I not continued to strive, I wouldn't have been retiring right now. So no matter your adversity, is that Durbin? What's up, man? That's my old Matt Sergeant. Thank you for coming. Oh, Joanne, see you, hon. Yes, keep pushing, fight through adversity. It hits us all. It's just how you get up and keep pushing. Love each other and don't forget where you came from. Treat the private like you would the first sergeant. Remember, he or she is the future of the Marine Corps. And as you grow higher in your ranks, remember, no one gets to the top without a little help somewhere along the way. So be humble and don't forget where you came from. And then remember that your actions shape the future. And the Marines going to read 2 things, and that's it. Matthew 19:26. Jesus said, "Behold them, and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." And then in Matthew 6:33, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you." Thank you for coming here today to celebrate this with me. Thank you, God, for this opportunity, and thank you for my family for coming out. I appreciate you, and I love all of you. And then Brian, just know that I love you. Diane, everybody. Brian, you gave me some really good advice along the way. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but it helped change my life. So, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for attending. We ask that you remain seated for the passing of Old Glory.
I am the flag of the United States of America. My name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings. I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I fly majestically over the great institutions of learning. I stand guard with the greatest military power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am arrogant. I am proud. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is a little higher, my color a little truer. I bow to no one. I am recognized all over the world. I am worshipped. I am saluted. I am respected. I am revered. I am loved. And I am feared. I have fought every battle of every war for more than 200 years. Gettysburg, San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, Rome, the beaches of Normandy, the cane fields in the Philippines, the rice paddies and jungles of Guam, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, the dry, hot, lonely Afghanistan and Iraq, and a score of places long forgotten by all but those who were with me. I was there. I led my soldiers. I followed them. I watched over them. They loved me. I was on a small hill in Iwo Jima. I was dirty, battle-worn, and tired. But my soldiers cheered me, and I was proud. I have been soiled, burned, thrown, and trampled on the streets of countries I have helped set free. It does not hurt, for I am invincible. I have been soiled, burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of my country. And when it is by those with whom I have served in battle, it hurts. But I shall overcome, for I am strong. I have slipped the bonds of earth, and I stand watch over the uncharted new frontiers of space, from my vantage point on the moon. I have been a silent witness to all of America's finest hours. But my finest hours comes when I am torn into strips to be used for bandages for my wounded comrades on the field of battle. When I fly at half-mast to honor my soldiers. And when I lie in the trembling arms of a grieving mother at the graveside of her fallen son. I am proud. My name is Old Glory. Dear God, long may I wave.
And for this brother, I want to thank everybody that put this together. This is awesome. I appreciate it.
If you don't know, it's traditional for us to throw a gift together for somebody that's leaving before or after retirement. We usually put something together for the Marine to honor him, tell him how we feel about him. We all say something and present something to him. So, Staff Sergeant O'Connor, it's never felt like I'm working with you. Never. Every time well, actually, our jobs don't really mesh for that much anyway, but if I needed somebody to lean on or somebody to ask a question, get help with, you were always there. Love talking to you, love the Patriots, and that was always an awesome thing to have going into your office too. So just settle down. Just turn around. Just hit the moment. Listen, I'm going to enjoy knowing you the rest of my life. You're an amazing person, and thank you for everything you've done for me. You'll see it at the end.
All right, 23, never forget. I'll start it off with that one. All right, 23, never forget. Listen, since I checked in, man, you've always been competitive. You've been very personable, very friendly, very professional. Definitely people person, as it was evident during your speech. So I learned a lot from you. And yeah, you're gonna be missed. Outside of being a Patriots fan, everything else has been great. And in football, so I appreciate you, man. I'll miss you.
I appreciate that. Staff Sergeant, so I haven't known you that long, but literally everything I know about my new MLS, I know because of you. Haven't even been to the school yet, but I mean, I would be drowning if it weren't for you, so I really appreciate that. And we're both Patriots fans, so that's awesome.
There you go.
Awesome.
Sergeant O'Connor, I just want to wish you the best. It's kind of hard to transition in this environment right now, but to you and your family, all the best.
Thank you, Master. I appreciate you.
Staff Sergeant, first of all, congratulations on your retirement. I'm definitely going to miss you coming into my office and telling those funny stories that you always do. I think the thing I'm going to miss most is your energy, and I think all of us can agree that you just give off a certain positive energy. Everybody just likes talking to you. So I know you're going to be, wherever you land, you're going to do great. So thank you for all your service.
Staff Sergeant, I haven't said hello to you since I came back, so hello. And, congratulations. It's been a good ride. I was actually, my favorite memory was being at your baptism. I think that was last year.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to do great wherever you go, and you'll be missed.
Thank you.
Staff Sergeant.
Go Bucks.
I am a Bucks fan now. Yeah.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
Also, we beat you at football, finally, so you are not undefeated anymore in flag football. Gotcha. I always felt like we were friends, like when I first met you too, when I came to the office, I thought we were already friends. I don't even know who you were, but we were friends. That's the energy you give off. I'm going to miss you. Thank you for the mentoring and the counseling for myself when I needed somebody to look to, and you really did help a lot. And I appreciate it. I'm going to miss you a lot, but we'll keep in contact. Thanks, Staff Sergeant.
You already know, I came to this unit specifically looking for you after when Russell told me about you, man. I'm glad I found you, seriously. First person to go to church, invite me to the church home when I was looking for one. And all I can say is I wish I came 5 months sooner. I really appreciate you for the times that I was able to come to your office, get some of that peer-to-peer counseling, but also that higher mentorship because you're my older brother. So I really appreciate the time I had to spend with you, and I just know that you're going to do greater things. Also, the greatest thing that you showed me was as a family man. The day that I finally become a family man myself, I look forward to the opportunity to be able to go ahead and exude those same qualities that I see you do for your daughter and your wife. So I appreciate you for everything you've done for me, and the example that you set for me. I love you at the bottom of my heart, bro. Take care.
Sergeant O'Connor, one of the coolest old guys I know.
This is my rival right here.
One of the okayest quarterbacks I've ever met. He taught me football and stopped when I started becoming a real threat. But seriously, you're one of the probably the best mentors. I know we're the same rank. When I first got here, I was a sergeant. One of the best mentors I've ever had. One of the best Marine Corps friends I've ever made. You always kind of get out that old uncle vibe, and that you imparted so much wisdom. I really appreciate it. I'm not trying to rip on you, I'm just saying. He's also the second best fantasy football player in this unit.
2 years in a row.
I'm gonna miss you.
Oh man.
Well, so I've heard about your USS Sergeant since I was at 223, since they said nothing but good things about you. So when I got a chance to come here at 125 and I actually get you, I can say that expectations were met and exceeded. It's been great working with you over the past year. Playing football, like that Sergeant Oval said, and just getting out there. Really any sport. You play basketball and inside, and I think we beat you on that one too. So that's 2 losses, by the way. Can't blame no one on that one. But love your competitive spirit. Love just the ease it is to talk to you, and like everyone kind of said that. This positive vibe that you send off, and definitely the Marines are gonna miss you here. And, good on you for all your attentions that you met and everything like that, because you're definitely shaping the future of the Marine Corps. Good luck with Godspeed and everything you pronounce out there.
Thank you, sir.
We only got to work together for a little bit of time while I was here. I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done. You are a true professional at your craft. And what you've done has really set a new standard for everybody that I will guide and mentor for, especially in the job. So thank you very much for everything you've done. I wish you and your family the best luck.
Thank you, sir.
You just said you expect every career player who works with you, career player.
No pressure.
To Staff Sergeant Robert K. O'Connor, thank you for your dedication and hard work within the Career Planner section, battalion as a whole, and the greater Boston community. Your knowledge, work ethic, and experience were instrumental to the successes of the battalion across New England, New York, and overseas. Thank you for your dedication to duty, mentorship, and wisdom. On behalf of the I Marines and sailors of 1st Battalion, 25th Marines, good luck on your future endeavors, and as always, Semper Fidelis. Fair winds and following seas. Insert November 2017, extract June 2020. His quote is, "I am the best, insert anything here in this unit."
Oh my gosh. Just a little something. Wow. This is something else. Please. Like you haven't done enough for me already. I appreciate it. You people right here, you know, you are the meat and potatoes of why I love the Marine Corps and what I do. So, you know, I don't want to waste your time. I already talked and go by and thank every single one of you individually because I'm not going anywhere. I live in Westford. I'm in the area. I do look at you all as brothers and sister, even though I thought you were someone's child the first time I saw you. That's neither here nor there. But I'm not going far. This is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. I am the best football player to ever play in this, and I beat just about everybody in basketball a lot. You know what I mean? So if I lose one game, that can't be held against me. And yes, I did come runner-up in our flag football league. I mean, our fantasy league twice. That just means I'm due to hit at some point. So I love all of you. You have my number, and I hope to at some point over the next couple weeks take you out to breakfast. And just hang out and spend some time with you. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I'm coming for you all.